Hello, and welcome to the Lavelle Timeworks YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing off a little bit more of a project I kind of brought up in a short the other day. I've got two watches here and I want to combine them. This is going to be a kind of a series, I think maybe 3 parts, maybe 4 parts, we'll see. But I just kind of want to show you what's all going on here. This is my setup here for recording and all that, so yeah. Nothing super fancy, but it does do the trick. So yeah, I've got this Seiko here. This is a 7005-8027. We can kind of move the move that camera around here. And I'm going to be putting the movement from this watch into this guy here. This is marked a 7005-8020, so it's pretty similar. Model number wise, or whatever you want to, the case back numbers on it. Both the dials are pretty similar. You can see here. Pretty close. I think this one's just white and this one's got the yellow going on. Again, I'm not a big fan of plated cases or base metal cases, and I think this one is, yeah, so base metal top, stainless steel back there. So this one, I don't want to use this case. This one here, this is stainless steel. If you just see it say just stainless steel, this whole case is stainless steel then. Whereas this one will say stainless steel back. That's just a little note for you. Yeah, so I'm going to open up this one. We're going to see what's all going on inside there. And I'll open up this one and see what's happening there. I did, when I received this, it was, guy didn't want it anymore. Basically was just getting rid of it. He didn't like that the crystal was all mucked up, and I told him we could replace it and everything, but he had another watch that he wanted. So open this up. I did actually wind it and test it before I go through and service it all. We'll get you a lot of moving parts here. It does look pretty good inside. I'm actually kind of curious if this has ever been serviced or opened. The numbers actually looked relatively okay on the timing machine there. I am curious about this arrow. I'll have to do some research. I'm not as familiar with the 7005 movement. I've never seen this arrow before. I do know that in Seikos, with their automatics, there's something with... so there's a dot on this piece right here. This is for the reversing. Lining up that dot, pointing somewhere when the weight is in a certain position too. And this might even be something with... No, it doesn't look like that quite lines up. But yeah, this movement looks in pretty good shape for what it is. But I will be disassembling it, cleaning it, showing you guys that. Not the cleaning process, it just sits in a cleaner. It's not really much to look at. That's for another video. Yeah, there's... Like I said, it looks pretty good in there. Maybe it has been open. There's a couple scratches around. I'm not too worried about that, though. Not an exhibition case back, so, none of this is really going to get seen. See if we can see the other. Nope, that's underneath. Yeah, so I'll be pulling this one out, and I'm just going to kind of show you again exactly what I'm looking to do here. So I'm going to be using this movement, and we're going to use this case, the dial, hopefully the hands. Like I said, there's a lot of moving parts here. You can watch that in the microscope shot there. I don't know if I'm going to polish up the case or anything. Alright, so there's a gasket in the watch there. This one's got the little ring. I guess this one did too. I didn't mention that. We'll look at getting that replaced. And as you can see, this movement looks a lot worse. That's loose. Well, it actually is running. Now, interesting to note, there's no text or anything on this rotor. Interesting. Yeah, this is all dirty, well used. And I'm assuming, I can almost guarantee that marks like this are from this being loose on the rotor there. This wasn't screwed down. I should not be able to move that with a little plexi stick like this. So yeah, let's get this one out first. Not worried about running anything down just yet. Well, let's check first if this... Yeah, that engages. That's good. You know, it might help if I'm actually looking at what I'm doing. I'm in the wrong spot. There it is. Thinking of the newer ones where it had the release right there. The newer Seiko, like the 7S26 and that whole family of movements there. I'm pretty sure this gasket's shot. So I will be getting... Actually, it seems kind of pliable, but should probably replace it anyway. I always struggle with these gaskets. Right under the lip there. There we go. A little two-handed operation here. Well, if you're watching this, hey, thank you. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Plenty of watchmaking content, just showing off watches, all sorts of stuff there. Cool, so the dial feet are completely removed from the dial. That ring just came off. I don't think that was attached. But this is the shape of the dial, and this is a question I have for you watching this. Should I leave this dial as is? Should I try to clean it up at all? Kind of looks... You look around the hour markers, and it might be on that one too, but if you look around the hour markers here, there's like a curve, like it curves up to the markers there. But yeah, should I be cleaning this dial up? A little bit of water, maybe a cotton swab or something. Leave it as is. Do I relume it? Lume is definitely something that I'm looking to do. Redo all of these dots all the way around. And the hands here. That's definitely bent and twisted. I should be able to straighten that out though. But obviously the lume's missing there in the hand. It doesn't look too bad, but again, the lume is practically fully missing there. I think I can clean these hands up and relume those for sure. The second hand there. Again, a little bit bent. I don't know if this got bent because somebody had serviced it and put the hands on wrong and eventually they just crisscrossed, and whoever owned it maybe was trying to fix it. Whoops. There we go. That certainly is bent. Again, should be able to fix that. If not, maybe I can just replace it. Yeah, like I said, dial feet missing. Might have to try soldering something on there. I wish I had a better soldering setup for that. I do have one of those boxes where you put the dial on like the spike and then you clip in. Haven't used it though. I know that one is actually kind of potentially dangerous for the dial because you're flowing electricity straight through the dial. But I can actually just line up everything, alligator clips, and just solder, some fine solder on the edges there. The movement spacer. Are the dial feet actually in here? Yep, there's one. Right there on the edge. Okay, so those are both in the dial. So if I want to, I should be able to reuse those. Cool. Again, I'm not using this movement, so it'll be for a future project maybe, or just part it out for somebody. And then we'll pull this one out. Yeah, new crystal, new crown gasket, new case back gasket. I mean, the gaskets look all right, I suppose. But again, it's better to just replace them to... This one doesn't look as good. Yeah, replacing the gaskets as I go. Then I can water test it. You can only measure to... Well, the machine says you can go to 5. Can I just flip this over and... No. The machine says you can do 5 bar, 5 atmosphere. But it does go to 6, so I just test it to 6. And it works pretty good. Just a simple one, it's not a fancy one or anything. I wonder if I could actually... You always need all sorts of pokers and prodders and lifters around your workspace. This one feels a little bit stiffer, but like I said, I'm just going to get new ones. And this is the movement that we will be using. Again, fully serviced, timed and regulated. This dial obviously is in great shape. And who knows, maybe if somebody is buying this, maybe they'd prefer to just have this dial. I've never been a fan of yellow, gold plating and stuff in watches. As you can see, the lume's in better shape. Where are the hands there? You can mostly see there. Yeah, this is the movement that I'll be using. I mean, in theory, I could just drop it in here, put a new crystal on this, but new crystal. This one's got some minor cracks in it there. New crystal, new gaskets. Service this movement using this dial, so I'm gonna have to solder that. But yeah, I'm curious. Is this something I just leave as is? I know some people are really a fan of, patinas of sorts. Do I leave it all beat up? I really shouldn't be holding it with my fingers, but there's always the risk when you go to clean a dial that you might start taking stuff away that you don't want to, like the lettering or some marks on the outside here. Doesn't look like it's in bad shape, but it also doesn't look great. So this is just a project for me. It's nothing I personally want to own or use every day or anything. So this will be a project up for sale. This band's going. It's just a generic band. Probably put a leather strap on it unless I can find a good Seiko bracelet to put on it. There's no pins to take out of this band. I'll never understand that. But that's it for this one. Like I said, just wanting to show this off. Show off the project, kind of give you a start, what to expect. So I'm going to do a full disassembly video. I might, yeah, I'll talk in that one too. Why not? We'll do a disassembly video, get a closer look at all the parts. Like I said, on the the timing machine, time grapher. I got some numbers written down. And it seems like it's in good order, but I would like to get it cleaned, lubricated, maybe replace the mainspring. And just go from there. That was it for this one. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you guys want to see more watch content. I do have stuff for sale. Go check the Instagram page. I eventually will probably do some shorts here, just kind of showing off some watches for sale. But definitely it's on the Instagram page, so make sure you check that out too if you're interested, or if you need a watch worked on. Servicing, battery changes, new crystals, new movements. I do want to offer some custom work. I have some G-Shock customs that I have in mind that I need to do, so I'm excited to see what comes up next. But that's it for this one. Again, Seiko 7005, related to the old divers, but this is more of a dress watch, I would say. I guess I don't know what it's rated to. Just says waterproof on the back, which I forget what that means. But again, I'll get new gaskets and get this all pressure tested. That's it for this one. Again, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.